Greetings. We are from Group 8, and our group consists of Colleen, Kangzi, Grace, and Benjamin. We are here today to present the solution for Task 2. Some of the information given in the task were the definition of recycling, the batch of students we are holding on, Secondary 3, and the topic of the textbook, Math. So we predicted that we needed some more information to accomplish the task. The total number of pages in the 3A and 3B textbook, the price of the paper production, the number of students in Secondary 3, and the total weight of the textbook. The ICT tools we used were Apple Numbers and Google Spreadsheets. We made some assumptions. We assumed that every secondary school uses the same textbook by the same publisher, Xingli Publisher, and we also assumed math textbook only refers to E-math, not A-math, or any other form of math, and has only 3A and 3B. No other external parts or reference books were used. The cost of both textbooks will stay the same as compared to past years. We assume that the cover page should be included, and we also assume that we are only using recycled paper so that the color of the produced paper will be uniform and white. We assume also the textbook is roughly A4 size.
For the constraints and limitations to the strategy, different streams textbooks may have different number of pages. The few variation of paper in textbooks during the process of manufacturing may affect the amount of recycled paper available for use. There may be defects, so we may have to spend more money on extra paper. For the rates, we converted USD to SGD and kilograms into pounds. 1 USD is about 1.36 SGD and 1 kg is 2.204 pounds. For Plan A, we find the amount of paper needed and the price of 2 textbooks, then multiply by the amount of students that is Secondary 3 currently to find the amount needed to be paid to manufacture all of the paper. For Plan B, we outsource it from a different country to manufacture. Then we first find the amount, the shipping costs back and forth, and the actual cost itself to pay to produce the amount needed. For the information that we found that textbook 3A has 90 pieces of paper, including the cover page and back page, and 3B has 126 pieces of paper, also including the cover and back page. The total weight of both textbooks is 1.14 kg, and the cost of recycled paper per pound is in USD is 59.47 cents. The average number of secondary school students in Singapore through the years 2018 to 2020 is 163067. The number of secondary schools in Singapore is 136. For calculating the number of secondary 3 students, we first calculated the number of Sec 1 to 4 students, assuming that there were 30 students in a Sec 5 class. So we found that the number of Sec 1 to 4 students was 158987. Assuming each cohort has about the same number of students, we took that number over and divided by 4 to get 39747. So the number of secondary 3 students would be 39747. For the amount of recycled paper we needed to find the most commonly recycled material, which is case material. So we will be using case material as the unit.
So for finding the amount of recycled paper needed, so first we found the dimensions of an A4 size paper, which is 210 times 297 times 0.1 mm. So then we found the volume of the A4 size paper and multiplied the dimensions, and we got 6237 mm3. So for the ratio of making recycled paper, it is 1/120 cup of shredded case material per 1 mm3 of paper. So for the shredded case material needed for an A4 size paper is 52 cups, rounded off to the whole number. And for the shredded case material needed for a copy of both textbooks, it's 52 times 216, and we got 11232 cups. So for the amount of shredded case material needed for all secondary 3 students in total is 438,404 cups, which is equals to 105622 meters cubed. And for the cost of printing, first we found the cost for printing both textbooks, which came out to $16.43 and $21.26 respectively. And so for total cost of printing both books is $37.69. So in total, for the total cost of all Sec 3 students in Singapore, it came out to $498,064.43. So for plan A, which is producing the paper, we are calculating the cost of producing paper for a copy of both textbooks. So we converted kg to pounds, and then we found the cost of 2 textbook papers, which came out to $1.49 in USD. And then we converted this value into SGD, and so the total cost of producing paper for a copy of both textbooks is $2.02 in SGD. And so for the total cost of producing all textbooks, we multiplied 39747 times $2.02, and it came out to 80288.94 SGD. So for the total cost nationwide, it's 80288.94 SGD rounded off to the nearest dollar. And so the total cost including printing and production, it is 80288.94 plus 1498064.43 equals to 1578353.37.
For Plan B, we have decided to outsource the paper. Basically, it refers to purchasing the recycled paper directly from a foreign supplier. Using American measurement, 2006 cups of 500 pieces of recycled paper cost SGD $13.99. For the cost of each piece, it will be 1399 over 50,000 in cents. So, from this information, we can calculate the cost of producing the textbooks for all Sec 3s in Singapore. To make one set, one book A and one book B, we have calculated the cost to be $6.0437 in 5 significant figures. Times that value with the total number of Sec 3 students, the total will be 240219 rounded off to the nearest whole number. The cost of the textbook in general, inclusive of printing, will be equals to $1,738,283.43. The shipping fee is not of concern as it is free. As a group, we found that Plan B is the most feasible and appropriate plan. Although outsourcing the paper might involve higher costs due to factors such as for company profit, foreign conversion rates and shipping, Singapore has limited land and cannot afford to produce paper on a large scale. For the constraints of the mathematical solution in the context of this problem, it might be too difficult to figure out the exact amount of people in Sec 3, thus an estimate was used. There was no standard price of recycled paper, so we used information from another country. Since we use sources from other countries, we had to convert the measurement and prices, which may cause a lot of inaccuracies. As we reflect on the real-world solution, we think that it is adequate as a form of estimation. Although we feel that the assumptions made can be further minimized, we had difficulty finding exact values and quantities for certain things like the exact number of scrap paper required to produce recycled paper. We resorted to using a recipe similar to using a mathematical formula to calculate the rough amount of scrap paper required. We fear that the model can be improved by finding out exact values of certain identities such as the exact number of Sec 3 students studying in Singapore. Like this, assumptions such as taking the cohort size of each level to be the same can be removed. This way, the data and our calculations can henceforth be more accurate and reliable.
So how can our modeling strategy be extended to related problems? It is good to think and come up with these kinds of interesting modeling strategies. Since this is about the topic of recycling, we have explored the cost and logistics required to produce textbooks for secondary 3 students. It challenges our young minds to decide on situations based on factors, and in this case, whether utilizing recycled paper to fully replace new paper is a good option and feasible. It allows us to think from a wider spectrum and perspective. As such, we can be flexible thinkers and make responsible decisions. As a group, we strongly believe that modeling strategies can be applied in many aspects of life for problem solving, through which it will allow everyone to see things in a rather simplified and explicit way.
To me, I truly enjoyed this project. It allowed me to think flexibly and taught me the importance of problem solving in our daily lives. I also felt that effective communication is a key factor in determining the quality of work we produce. My team and I were always on task as everyone contributed equally. I do hope to participate in more of such projects in the future.
This project was a great opportunity to learn more about the applications of math in real-world scenarios. By learning how to apply math in the real world, I can more efficiently come up with solutions for problems.
I enjoyed the working as a group for this project as it taught me the value of teamwork as well as communication as we had to work together to solve the math problems. This project also allowed me to learn more about the environment and recycling in Singapore.
I enjoyed this type of test as I got to work with my classmates as a team. This project allowed us to think out of the box and to apply both math and logics into real-world scenarios and to also think from different perspectives in order to come up with the assumptions we had to make.
Thank you and have a nice day. This is some of the pictures we took during the project work. Thank you.